buyer or any seller dealing with our office has the best experience in the industry. You will not get these amount of eyes on your home anywhere else. With over 100 people bidding on properties, homes going under the hammer, and exposure that you're going to get in the marketplace is second to none. With the fast pace and adrenaline-fueled bidding in the in-room events, that bids are going to be coming hard and fast. You're going to see properties even getting bids in excess of what bidders are hoping to pay for through this current market. Ray White Taylors Lakes have perfected the in-room event. That's why our competition are even coming close to being able to run these events successfully, and we're the only ones doing it. So don't be afraid, be a game changer, be different, and achieve above reserve by selling through Ray White Taylors Lakes in our in-room events.
Thanks, mate. So, yeah, it's ready to go. Just say, at the moment,
Here at Ray White Taylors Lakes, we have one simple goal, and that's making sure that any buyer or any seller dealing with our office has the best experience in the industry. You will not get these amount of eyes on your home anywhere else. With over 100 people bidding on properties, homes going under the hammer, and exposure that you're going to get in the marketplace is second to none. With the fast pace and adrenaline-fueled bidding in the in-room events, that bids are going to be coming hard and fast. You're going to see properties even getting bids in excess of what bidders are hoping to pay for through this current market. Ray White Taylors Lakes have perfected the in-room event. That's why our competition are even coming close to being able to run these events successfully, and we're the only ones doing it. So don't be afraid, be a game changer, be different, and achieve above reserve by selling to the Ray White Taylors Lakes in our in-room events. At Ray White Taylors Lakes, they've done it again. Huge effort from all the guys. Our vendors were fantastic. The buyers that were presenting tonight, everyone wanted to sort of jump in the car and just want every opportunity to do it.
You know, use a property for the 6 men. Makes a lot of sense. Sure you are. 6 you're not sure. Third time, are we all done? We're at 625,000. We started with 150,000 about 10 minutes ago. We're selling.
Properties that went under the hammer, 11 sold, and obviously that brings our success rate to 92%, which still keeps us at the 90 plus right through 2019.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Peter Travelos and the entire team at Ray White Taylors Lakes, we'd like to welcome you back to our monthly in-room auction event. Tonight, we have 14 properties available for your spirited bidding. Now, in light of recent events, we at Ray White Taylors Lakes are wanting to not only ensure that we are up to date, but we also stay ahead of the game. So early this morning, Scott Morrison come out announcing that indoor events in excess of 100 people are banned, and tonight our setup is simply to make sure that we are compliant. So another thing you'll also notice here tonight, which will alter slightly different to the standard, is we will be staggering our in-room auctions. So our first up on the agenda and round, we'll be running lots 1 through to 5. On the completions of lot 1 through to 5, we'll be exiting just there to the left-hand side as lots 6 through to 10 enter, and you can see how the proceedings of the night will work. We're also, with the social distancing, we have the space in beside the chairs also. So throughout the night, if we need to have a conversation or a negotiation, if we could just again enter just to the left-hand side, those conversations will take place and continue. However, with that in mind, we just want to assure you here tonight that all the property fundamentals you could desire are still in place. So we've seen last week absolutely massive crowds when unpacking the data, high clearance rate, properties selling well in excess of reserve price, and multiple bidders across our properties. You add into the mix though, we have the shortage of stock available for sale on the market, the low interest rates also. Our suggestion from the team here tonight is to bid with absolute confidence and secure the opportunity in front of you. To our vendors, well, firstly, thank you for entrusting Ray White Taylors Lakes with the sale of your property, but to the buyers amongst us here tonight, best of luck. Your judgment is also commended. Tonight's auctions will be conducted in accordance with the rules and conditions made available prior to tonight's proceedings. As the auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders on request and have the right to bid on behalf of our vendor, aptly announced as vendor bids. These rules prohibit false bids, prohibit major disruptions from bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provide fines for such conduct. And finally, as the paperwork hits my hand, we will be taking no late bids. In essence, your auction rules. Simple terms we operate under here tonight. It is a 10% deposit payable under the fall of the hammer. Now the settlement dates, they do vary from each auction, so we will announce the settlement date prior to the commencement of each auction. Then finally, our in-room auctions, they do operate slightly different than you may see at your standard on-site auction. What we simply mean by that, if we get bidding here tonight that falls just shy of where we need to be, we're going to simply elect to hit the pause button and have those conversations. If those conversations do take a little bit longer than expected, we will move on in the order of sale, but please don't take any property to be passed in until the conclusion of this particular round and event, as we may reopen that property back up for auction. So without further ado, let's get straight down to the business ends of proceedings. It takes us to lot number 1, 3 Weedle Close in Caroline Springs. George and Peter, your selling agents throughout the course of the campaign. Let's take that final look through our video offering.
local location. This family home has been tastefully renovated and offers 3 large bedrooms, 2 living spaces and a great entertaining area. My name is George and welcome to number 3 Weagle Close in Caroline Street. Please join me on a tour. Of this outstanding family home. My name is George Gibbs from Ray White Taylor's Lakes, and I look forward to seeing you at the next open home.
Well, as you can see, a single level home and designed there with absolute entertainment in mind. You're positioned in that tranquil environment with the lake views at sight. Terms we operate under here tonight is the 5% deposit out to 10%, 60 to 120 days as your settlement date. On behalf of George and Peter, we submit to you now. Opening bit off to get us underway. Where do we go? There's been a huge amount of talk about the likely selling range of the property. That's what we're here to find out. We also state an absolute abundance of inspections throughout the course of the campaign. Should not see the need to start by way of a limited and welcome bidding. We break the silence in front and centre at $550,000 a call out, 550. See if we can nudge it north. We'll take a $20,000 incremental rise in your favour at $550,000. Nose value front and centre at 550 the bid. At $550,000, now's the chance at $550,000 and $570. New interest services with bid number 1 at $570,000. Next sequential move takes you straight to $590. Go there and do it with confidence at $570 the offer. At $570,000 a call out, $570 the bid. Don't shake the head. Now's the chance at $570,000. 90 is the next sequential move from here at $570 the call. At $570,000 the offer now. Swift movement now. No procrastination. At $570,000. 590. Welcome back. 590. We break the silence back in front. It's with our starter, our lamplighter at $590,000. The next sequential move takes you straight to $610 and says obligingly at $610 the bid. At $610,000 a call now. We're back in front at $610. At $610,000 served principally against you now. You're in second position, dangerous territory at this stage. At $610,000 two in the race at $610 the bid. At $610 $630. Straight back in front at $630. At $630,000 a call now. $630,000 front and centre with our starter at $630. The next move takes us straight with 505 if you like. At $630,000.
Would you take 10?
Why not, Laurie? You asked so nicely. $630,000 takes us straight to 40. At $640, I'm going to extend that gesture straight back to you. $650 is the move from here. At $640 the bid. At $640,000, we're back in front. At $640 the offer. At $640,000, we hold it out there momentarily. Now's the chance. At $640,000, we wait with anticipation. At $640 the bid. Once now, when I finish inside the back of the room, at $645 and 45, we go to 50. Do it with absolute confidence. At $640. 50? Position speeds, no resistance. Welcome back to 645 and straight back to 50.
Yep.
At 650 it is. At 650 the bid. At 650,000 we've logged the incremental rise. Now's the chance. At 650,000 the back of the room. At 650 the bid. At 650,000 again, a number of us here tonight with the intention to purchase. At 650,000 we hold it out there momentarily. We wait for anticipation. At 650,000 where do we go from here? At 650. At 650,000 the back of the room. We're finished inside. Need those instructions. At 650,000 once now. At 650 the bid. Again, can we suggest to you the more you think about this level, it truly just makes sense. At $650,000 a call. Conversation continues to intensify. Front and centre at 650 the offer. At $650,000, we wait with anticipation. It stands in your bid. At $650,000, we call for the 5 to rise from here. At $650 the offer. At $650,000, go to 5 to with absolute confidence. At $650,000 a call now. 55 is $655. We're back in front at $655. Well, you've heard on behalf of George and the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes, in the absence of bidding, sir, at $655,000. We're on the market, we sell away. We welcome you owners at $655 the offer. At $655,000, certain man principally against you now. It stands front and center at $655. At $655,000, we sell away in the absence of bidding. We welcome you owners. 3 calls back and all finish in silent. 660 and back in front at 660. At 660,000, don't shake the head, you're doing sold away. Now's the chance. At 660,000, what I'm finishing on. If you slice of Caroline Springs now, at 660 the bid. At 660,000, again, we wait with anticipation. It stands back in the room at 660 the call. At 660,000, again, we call through 3 times. We sell away, we're on the market at 660,000 for the first time now. We welcome you on at $660,000 a call. Twice now. At 660,000. We get a number of us here tonight with the intention of purchase. We make it abundantly clear we had 2 calls through with 1 remaining. In the absence of bidding, we sell away on that 3rd and final call at 660,000. And we wait with anticipation. Now's the chance at 660,000 for the 3rd and final chance. We're not finishing silent at $660,000 the offer. George, I'll tell you what, I'm going to reset the clock one last time. I'm going to break it down to a $1,000 bid to put you back in front. So again, well, we buy a slice of Caroline Springs for that extra $1,000 lunch for the keys. But at 660,000, we call through 3 last and final times. So we reset the clock one last time. Appreciate the bidding. We'd send that station straight back to you should you require it. But ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes, at 660,000 at the back of the room. Again, we call through 3 last and final times. At 660,000. George, we definitely got the best. And around from here, conversations continue and intensify. We must give it its time. At 660,000, I'll tell you what, George, we'll break it down one last time. We'll take the $500 bid to put you back in front. We cannot be fairer than that. But at 660,000, again, we call through 3 last and final times. We sell away at 660 the offer. At 660,000, 3 calls remain. We sell away in the absence of bidding at 660,000. Once now, we sell away at 660,000. So man, definitely best. Permission to sell away on the night. 660. Appreciate the bidding, definitely got the best. 2 calls back and we welcome you owners at 660. At 660,000 now for the 2nd time now. 3rd, final chance. We're not finished and sold at $660,000 a call. We are selling $660,000. Well done, successful purchases. Congratulations to our club. We will move on in the order of sale. It takes us now to lot number 2, 30 Delbridge Drive in Sydenham. George and Diane, your selling agents, let's take that final look through our video offering.
Delbridge Drive, Sydenham. Beautifully preserved and flawlessly maintained, this quality building will provide any buyer the opportunity to purchase in such a convenient location. A great entrance to a step-down lounge room, formal dining room offers relaxation, flowing through to a light-filled chef's kitchen, which boasts stainless steel appliances and ample covered space, overlooking the expensive meals from Rotherswood and Arabica. Accompanying the family with 4 big-sized bedrooms, all loaded robes. The oversized master bedroom, including its own walk-in room and black-filled ensuite. Step outside and entertain family and friends all year round. With stunning undercover pergola area that would cater only for the best of parties. Additional features include ducted heating, split system cooling, water tanks, high ceilings, large workshop, double garage with drive-through access, and side access for those with boats or trailers.
Well, a property and location, as you can see, truly set to serve absolutely all those emotional preferences, and you are close proximity to there to absolutely everything you need also. In terms of operating under here tonight, it is the 5 out to 10%, 30 or 60 days as your settlement date. On behalf of George and Diane, we submit to you now, hoping that off to get us underway. Where do we go? We've seen how proceedings do occur. You can come in rampaging with your highest and best. Rarely happens. People usually do start us off at more of a conservative figure. Again, we hold it out there momentarily. We submit it to you now. Hoping we're off to get us underway. 520. Well, welcome to at 520,000. A little bit light and low, but 520 ahead of everyone else. We welcome you at the back of the room to the left-hand side at 520 the bid, 540. 540 it is, and welcome now. 540 the offer. At 540,000, 2 in the race, just to the right hand side, and 60 it is. I got 60 front and centre. We need the 60 from here. We got 50 here, but I need the 60 in the rise. And 60 it is in the back of the room. At 560 the bid. At $560,000 the off now. 580 on the rise. You've shortened the incremental rise, but at 570,000 you're back in front now. 570, 80 it needs to be from here. At 570 the call. At 570,000 to the right hand side. No procrastination. 580 and straight back in front. There's the competition. It's back with our starter at 580 the bid. At 580,000 the next sequential move comes straight back to 9. At 580 at the back of the room. At 580 the call. At $580,000 the off now, principally against you to the right hand side. It stands back in the room at 5 and 597th clarity. We're back in front to 590. At 590,000 now we're back in front to the right hand side. At 590,000 ready to get involved. At 590 to the right. At 590,000 now's the chance back with our starter if you like. Second position at this time stands in your favour. At 590 the call. At 590,000 we call through 3 times in your favour. 600, nice, neat, even 600, we're back in front. At $600,000 a call. Oh, you've heard on behalf of George, Guy and the team. At 600,000 we make it abundantly clear. We are on the market, we sell away at 600,000. At 600,000 at the back of the room, we're on the market, we sell away. We're in the value of no return now. At 600,000 in your favour, it's still with our starter. At 6 to bid. At 600,000 we seek the 610. Auto finish inside 600. 610 and straight back in front. 610. And 615, said with clarity, at 615 the bid. At 615,000, we have lowered that incremental rise, $5,000 lunch for the keys to put you back in front. At 615,000 with our starter, 620 and straight back in front to 620. And 25 at 6 1/4, said with clarity, at 6 1/4 the bid. At $625,000 a call now stands at the back of the room. At 625,000, we wait with it now. At 625, we'll give you a few moments to think about it. You've been with us the whole way. At 625,000, sir, I forgot about that earlier bit either. Now's the chance. Jump in front at 625 with our starter. At the back of the room at 625 the call. At 625, we welcome new owners. We're finish inside 625,000 for the first time now. We're finishing now at 625,000 the call. 626, we chip away in the thousands, we welcome you at 626. At 626,000, stands principally against you now. At 626 the call. And 27, look where we started, at 627. At 627,000, you've broken the incremental rise. Now's the chance, the extra $1,000 lunch to put you back in front. At 627 the bid. At 627,000, so don't go away the strategy. Shaking the head, not a good position to be in. At 627,000, we call it through. Once now, we're finish inside, we sell away. At 627,000, twice now, we welcome you owners. 630. 628, can't blame me for trying. Welcome in new interest services at 628 and 630 the two on top of 630, bidding with confidence. Nose at 630 the offer. At 630,000, 631 can I say. At 630,000 stands in the back of the room, it's still with our starter. And 631 on the raise of the pedal at 631. At 631 principally against you now, 631,000 in the centre. At 631,000 the call, we wait with anticipation. Now's the chance, it's against our starter. At 631 the gentleman's favour front and centre. At 631,000 the call. Again, we wait with anticipation. Now's the chance. 32. And 32, and straight back in front to 632. At 632,000, we're back with George's buy at 632 and 633. At 633,000, principally against our starter again. 35. And 35, another $2,000 lunch for the keys at 635. At 635,000, do we match the $2,000 rise? At 635 the call. At 635,000, we call through 3 times. We 636, at 636,000, $1,000 bid. At 636,000, we're back in front now at 636. At 636, 40. And 640, at 4 on top of 640. At $640,000 a call at the back of the room. At 640,000 ready to get involved. 642, we've halved it, but the 2 goes back in front to 642. At 642,000, front and centre, gentleman's bid. At 642,000, do we take the 3 and go to 45? At 642 the offer. At 642,000, we pull it through 3 times. We sell away front and centre. At 642,000, for the first time now, we welcome new owners at 640. No pressure, everyone's looking. 642,000 a call. 642 and 500 was short. And 643. At 643,000, we're back in front, gentlemen, in the centre. At 643. At 643,000. 645, and 2 out of the gates. At 645 now. At 645. and 46 at 646. At 646,000, we're back in front, gentlemen's bid front and centre. At 646,000, you've been with this whole way, we'll give you a few moments to think about it. But at 646,000, we call through 3 times, we sell away, we welcome you owners at 646 the offer. At $646,000 a call, we sell away, we welcome you owners at 646,000 for the first time now. Mid-to, we're back from here at 646,000, twice now, front and centre at 646. 650 and 650 the bid. At 650,000, a strong lunge for the keys. It's back with our starter at 650,000 to the far left-hand side. And 52 and comes straight back with the 2 at 652. At 652,000, now's a chance. At 652,000, front and centre at 652 the bid. At 652,000, 53 with the $1,000 rifle. And 54 and straight back in front at 654. At 654,000 could be the last. Now's the chance at 654,000. We call it through 3 times. We sell away. We welcome you owners at 654,000. Once now it stands front and centre at 654,000. Twice now we welcome you owners at 654 the bid for the third and final chance. We're not finishing at 654,000. Jones offer at 654 the call. So conversation is continuing there. I must give it its time. We'll extend that gesture straight back to you should you require it. The 654,000, again, we hold it out there momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break the incremental rise. We'll take a $500 bid to put you back in front. Cannot be fairer than that. 654,000 in the absence of bidding. We reset the clock. We call it through 3 last and final times. We sell away at 654,000. At 654,000, gentlemen's bid stands front and centre. We'll give you 3 last and final chances to consider at 654 the bid. At 654,000. A $500 lunch for the keys. Now's the chance.
654, 100.
654 and 100. We'll be asked for the 500. We got the 100. 654 and 100. 654 and 500 with the 4 on top. Is 654 and 5. At 654 and 500, I tell you what, we wait with anticipation. Now's the chance. At 654,000 and 500, do we take that $100 bid? Appreciate the bidding. Definitely got your best. Permission to sell away. At 654 and 500, appreciate the bidding. We call through 3 last and final times. We welcome you owners at 654 and 5. At 654 and 500, definitely got your best. We sell away. We welcome you owners. George, that conversation is intensifying. It's had its time. 654,000 and 500. We hold it out there. George, definitely got their best. Okay, permission to sell away. 654,000 and 500. Ladies, on behalf of George and the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes, at 654 and 500, we call through 3 last and final times. We welcome you owners at 654,000 and 500. First time now, we sell away at 654 and 500. Twice now, we welcome you owners at 654 and 5 for the third and final chance. We're not finished and silent. At 654 and 500, we are selling. Sold at 654 and 500. Congratulations. Again, congratulations to our successful purchases. Commiserations to our underbidders. I'm sure George will find you another property. We move right along to lot number 3 on our order sale. Takes us to 14 Conrad Terrace in Taylors Hill. George and Sean, your selling agents. Let's take that final look through our video offering.
Appreciation of quality and a desire to entertain family and friends, this family home has it all.
Boasting 4 bedrooms, 4 unique living areas. My name is Sean.
My name is George.
We're from Ray White Taylor's Lakes.
Come and join us on a tour.
The home provides a number of living zones with a beautiful formal lounge which generally flows through to the central hub where you'll find a quality chef's kitchen with stainless steel appliances and ample cupboard space.
The home offers an abundance of living space as well as 4 generous sized bedrooms. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a truly spectacular property number 14 Conrad Terrace here in Taylors.
We're looking forward to meeting you and are open for inspection. My name is Sean Slayman.
And my name is George. We represent Ray White Taylor's Lakes and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Well, for those who had the chance to inspect that one throughout the course of the campaign, you certainly realise that it's a very spacious and also stylish home. The exciting prospect, though, I'm sure you'd agree, is the multiple living zones, the large home theatre room, I should say, and you're enhanced by those quality fixtures and fittings right throughout the property as well. In terms of operating only here tonight, it is the 5 out to 10%. It is 30, 60 and 90 days as your settlement date. On behalf of George and Sean, we submit to you now. Hoping you're off to get us underway. Where do we go? 550, or what can we do at 550,000? I'll tell you what, light and low, we kick the ball and play at 550. At that level, we'll probably have to nudge it north. We'll take a $50,000 incremental there. 6 would be the retort at 550. At 550,000, I'll tell you what, we move through swiftly. Now's the chance at 550 the bid. 6 is the answer at 550 the call. At 550,000, we move through swiftly, no procrastination. At 550,000 for the first time now. 6 is the answer at 550. Twice now for the third and final chance at 6. We welcome at 6 the bid. 650 as the answer. We move there in the absence of bidding at 6 the offer. At 600,000, I've seen 2 paddles go up. I've seen it just to the right hand side first, but at 600,000, 650 is the next move from here. At 6 the offer. At $600,000 a call. Again, we nudge it north, we move through swiftly. At 600,000 in your favour. Once now, when I finish and silent. At 600,000 for the one at 650. Twice now at 600,000 a call for the third and final chance. When I finish it out, $600,000 a bid. Well, 650, we move it on behalf of the vendor. I'll tell you what, interest well in excess of that level. We need to be north of that figure at 650 the offer. At $650,000 a call, at 650, we shorten the rise if you like. At $650,000 a call now, 7 is the answer. At 650,000, we wait with anticipation, now's the chance. At 650, I tell you what, we move through swiftly. In the absence of bidding, we pass the property in. Reason being, outside the auction rules, we have property and interest well in excess of this level, and we certainly need to be north of that figure. So at 650,000, we give you every chance to consider. But 3 calls beckon. Where do we go from here? At 650. At $650,000 a call now. Once now, when I finish and silence. At 650,000, we move through swiftly. Need to know we're at from here. Twice now. At $650,000 a call. 700, welcoming new interest services at 7 the bid. At $700,000 a call now, we're back in front, it stands in your favour. At 700,000, ready to get involved. $750,000 is the next move if you like. At $700,000 a bid. At $700,000 the offer now, again, we hold it out there momentarily. It stands to the left hand side. At 700,000.
701.
Cannot take a $1,000 bid. 700,000. I'll shorten the rise. I'll tell you what, we'll shorten the rise to a $20,000 bid. Cannot be fairer than that. Nothing less than that at this stage. But at 700,000 stands in your favour. At 7 the bid. At $700,000 a call principally against you now. We hold it out there momentarily. Now's the chance. At 700,000 to the left hand side. At 7 the bid. At $700,000 a call. We call through 3 times. I'll take a 10 to put you back in front. Nothing less than that at this stage. At 700,000 to the buy to the left-hand side. At 7 the bid. At $700,000 a call. I'll take a 10. I've shortened it 2 times in a row. But 700,000, 7 tips, still absolutely phenomenal real estate at that level. Go straight to 10 and do it with clarity and confidence. At 700,000 in your favour. At $700,000 a bid. We call it through 3 times. Do we pass the property into the left-hand side? We make it abundantly clear. If we pass the property in, more often than not, that person goes on to be the successful purchaser. Currently holds the keys at 700,000. We wait with anticipation. The number of us interested and registered here tonight at 7 the bid. At $700,000 a call. Once now, when I finish and side to the left hand side. At $700,000 the offer. Twice now at 7 the bid for the third and final chance. When I finish and out at $700,000 a call. Well, tell you what, I'm going to have to move to 710 on behalf of the vendor. Reason being, outside the auction rules, we have parties are straight back at 720. At 720,000, we're back in front at 720 the bid. At 720,000 in your favour at 720 the offer. At 720,000, again, we wait with anticipation, now's the chance. At 720,000, we shorten that ride, 10 puts you back in front. 730 is the next sequential move at 720 the call. At $720,000 the offer. Once now, when I finish inside, 720,000. Twice now at 720 the bid for the third and final chance. When I'm finishing out at $720,000 a call. So I have to move it to 730, make it abundantly clear, I remain out of the bidding from here. So 730,000, if you take the next move to 740, we need to be in excess of that level, but I will remain out of the bidding and stop vendor bidding back and forth against you, and says obligingly at 740. At 740,000, we're back in front, we stick to our word at 740 the call. At 740,000, in the absence of bidding, we pause in the gentleman's favour to the left-hand side. At 740,000, need to know we're out from here, at 740 the call. At $740,000 the off now, we call it through 3 times. We're finished inside gentleman's favour. to the left-hand side at 740,000. Once now, when I finish in silent, at 740 the bid. Twice now at 740,000 for the third and final chance. When I'm finishing out at 740 the call. So we're going to take that silence as consent, pause the auction rate in your favour at 740,000. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind holding for a few moments in time, we're going to have a quick chat to our highest bidder and also our seller. If you wouldn't mind holding for a few moments, we'll put some music on, give it about 2 minutes. If we don't proceed, we'll move on in the order, but please know we may reopen that property back up for auction later in proceedings. So we'll put some thinking music on, back with you shortly.
any buyer or any seller dealing with our office has the best experience in the industry. You will not get these amount of eyes on your home anywhere else. With over 100 people bidding on properties, homes going under the hammer and exposure that you're going to get in the marketplace in seconds to none. With the fast pace and adrenaline-fueled bidding in the in-room events, that bids are going to be coming hard and fast. You're going to see properties even getting bids in excess of what bidders are hoping to pay for through this current market. Ray White Taylor's Lakes have perfected the event. That's why our competition are even coming close to being able to run these events successfully, and we're the only ones doing it. So don't be afraid, be a game changer, be different, and achieve above reserve by something for Ray White Taylor's Lakes in our evening events.
Okay, we're going to give this one about 30 more seconds. As you can understand, if you've got the shiftle parties involved, we are getting very close, hence we are giving it its time. If you wouldn't mind waiting for about 30 seconds to approximately 1 more minute, we'll be underway with our next slot or reopening very shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for your patience. It's going to take a little bit longer than expected. So, man, just confirming throughout the course of our conversations and negotiations, you have increased your bid to $752,500. Just need the raise of the hand. George, our instructions are? As you've heard, we're on the market, we sell away. So it's $752,500. We call through swiftly. We call through 3 last and final times. We take the $500 bid to put you back in front. We make it very clear. We do not reset the clock at $752,500. 3 last and final calls remain. We sell away for the $500 bid at $752,500. For the first time now, we sell away at $752,500. Twice now, we welcome new owners at $752,500. For the third and final chance, we're not finishing now. At $752,500, we are selling, sold $752,500. Again, congratulations to our successful purchasers and clients. We move along in the order of sale to lot number 4, 1 of 6 Highwood Drive in Hillside. Sean and Peter, your selling agents. Let's take that final look through our video offering.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Peter Travelos.
I'm Sean Sleeman.
And we're at number 1 of 6 Highwood Drive in Hillside.
Come with us and tour this magnificent home. We are currently in the kitchen of this amazing home, comprising of 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
What a great living space, open plan, 2 courtyards off your living areas. What an amazing property for anyone looking to downsize, an investor, or even a first home buyer. great way to finish this video. We're at the rear of the property with a double car garage, plenty of off-street parking as well, that's secure. My name is Peter Travelos.
I'm Sean Sleeman. We're from Grey White Taylors Lakes, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at our open forest.
Well, certainly, when you're back, you might be looking for that first home. It could be an investment, simply something that represents exceptional value. We are very confident the search does end here. You are positioned in a highly sought-after location. The terms you operate under here tonight is a 5 out to 10%, 30 or 60 days as your settlement date. On behalf of Sean and Peter, we submit to you now. Opening the offer, get us underway. What's that price? You'd love to pay.
380.
380. Welcome me at 380,000. Straight out the gates at 380. At 380,000. We nudge a North Laurie. What do you say? I'll take a $20,000 bid to put you back in front. So a nice, neat, even 4 would be the answer in the next sequential move at 380. At 380,000, again, no procrastination. We move through swiftly. And 400 to the extreme right-hand side at 4 the bid. At 400,000, the back of the room at 4 the offer. 420 is the answer. At 400,000, gentlemen's bid at 4 the call. At 400,000, what's the offer now?
Would you take 10?
Not really yet. 420, go to 20, you'll never regret the value. At 400,000 at the back of the room, go to 20 and do it with absolute confidence and strength. At 400,000,
She says 10.
go to the 20, you'll never regret it. $400,000 a call. We must hold it out there for the 20. Conditional parties well in excess of where we are. At 420, welcome back at 420. At 420,000, we keep the sequential move. 440 is the next rise from here. Needs to be the 20. 440 is the answer. A number of parties here with the intention of purchase. It's with our starter at 420. At 420,000, 440. 440, straight back in front at 440. At $440,000 a call out, 440. At the back of the room, 60. Can we hear it? 440 the bid. At $440,000 the offer. Now we call through 3 times. We're up finishing side in your favour. At 440,000 for the first time now. We're up finishing out 440 the bid. 460.
442.
Can't take the 2 offer. I like it, but can't take the 2 at this stage. 440,000 at the back. 440. 460 and straight sell with clarity. 460, welcome in, does obligingly. 460, we welcome your interest front and centre. 460 the bid. At $460,000 a call out, 460 the offer. At $460,000 front and centre takes first position. At $460,000, we wait with anticipation, now's the chance. At $460,000, we went from here at 460. At $460,000 a call, once now, we're not finishing silent. $460,000 the offer, twice now, needs to know, we're out from here. At 460 the call, for the third and final chance. We go to 10 up and short the ride with 460. Go straight to 70 tonight. So a short the ride's worth seeking the 20. We'll meet you halfway, 470 on the nod. At 460,000 still stands front and centre. 470 and back in front. Now, given I've offered a 10, I'll extend that gesture straight back to you as well. So 470,000 in the back of the room at 470. 480.
Yeah, why not?
And there it is at 480. Sense of confidence at 480 the bid. At 480,000, we're back in front at 480. At $480,000 a call now stands front and centre. At 480,000, ready to get involved? Well, I'm half the team. 480,000, the absence of bidding. We make it abundantly clear. We are on the market. We sell away. West time now. We're not finishing now. At 490,000 the call. Twice now in your favour. At $490,000 the offer. For 492 and 500. 5 on top.
495.
Can't blame me for trying. 495. At 495,000, we're back in front at 495 the bid. At $495,000 the offer. Now, 495 the offer. We take the 2.5 in the stride. 497 and 500 is the next move. At 495 the offer. At 495,000, again, we hold it out there. Now's the chance. 97 and 5, do we say? 500 on top. 495 and 500, we're principally against you now. 495 and 500. At 495 and 500, that elusive 500,000 demons. We go to at the 4 on top. 495 and 500, bid stands currently against you now. 495 and 5.
6.
600. 496, and welcome back at 496 the bid. At 496 the call. At $496,000 a call out, bid with clarity at 496,000 front and centre at 496 the bid. At 496,000, again we take the 500 in your stride, we wait with anticipation in your favour. At 496 the call. At 496,000, we call through 3 times, we sell at 496,000. Once now, we're not finishing at 496,000 the call. Twice now, we welcome you in front and centre at 496. 496 and 5. We're back with the 5 rise at 496 and 500. At 496 and 500.
500,000.
500,000, a strong one straight for the keys at 500,000 with the 3.5 on top to 500,000. We stand front and centre at 5 the bid. At $500,000 a call now, need to know we're out from here. At 500,000, $500,000, we're on the mark, we sell away. You've been with us the whole way, now's the chance at 5 the bid. One last one for the keys. What do you say at 5 the offer? At $500,000 a call now, we call through 3 times. 501 with the $1,000 bid, we're back in front of 501. At 501 and 502, straight back in front of 502. At 502,000, you said that before, now's the chance. We'll give you a few moments. At 502,000 in your favour, at 502 the call. At 502,000, conversations do continue. We'll extend that gesture straight back to you should you require it. But at 502,000, 3 last and final calls remain. We sell away front and centre. 502 and 500. At 502 and 500, we're back in front. 503 matches the 500 to 503. At 503,000, we're back in front. At 503 the bid. At 503,000, again, we take the $500 bid from here. At 503,000, gentlemen, we hold it out there now. At 503,000, we definitely got your best. We call through 3 times. We settle at 503 the offer. At $503,000 a call now. We're position silent. At 503,000, once now, we settle at 503 the bid. Twice now for the third and final chance in your favour. At 503 the call. So I'm going to reset the clock one last time. See, conversations are continuing there on the phone. I make it clear it's the last time we reset the clock. You have 3 last and final chances. So definitely got your best. Permission to sell away. At 503,000, we definitely got your best. Just a word of acknowledgement from here. At 503,000, we call through 3 last and final times. We sell away. Just need to know we're out from here. At 503 the bid. At $503,000 a call out. Just a simple word or a nod. Or we get her out at 503,000, 503 and 500. 505 and a strong line. And 506 says straight back in front of 506. At $506,000 bid now, 506 the call. At 506,000, we'll still take the 500s in the stride. At 506,000, gentlemen's bid front and centre. At 506 the offer. At 506,000, again, we call through 3 times. At 506,000, Sir, definitely got your best. So definitely, we're out from here, 506,000. Appreciate it. I'll reset the clock one last time. We call it through 3 times. At 506,000, we call for the $500 bid. I make it very clear. 3 last and final calls remain. We sell away double falls at 506 the offer. At 506,000, definitely got your best. Auto finish and silent. Appreciate it being at $506,000 the offer. Once now, auto finish and silent, front and centre at 506,000. Twice now, we welcome you owners at 506 the bid for the third and final chance. Auto finishing out at $506,000 a call. We are selling. Sold at 506,000. Congratulations to our successful purchases front and centre. Commiserations to our bidders, but also congratulations to our client. We will move on in the order of sale to our final lot for the first round. It is lot number 5. Let's take that final, open for inspection.
Taylor's Hill. Perfectly located in lakeshore proximity to parkland, Taylor's Hill primarily the floors, high ceilings, feel warm, vital feel. The home offers 4 generous-sized bedrooms at start. 4 bedrooms are with built-in rooms. The oversized master bedroom, including front walk-in room, like the Wall Street. The modern design provides you with plenty of open living spaces. Central hub, peaceful, beautiful chef's kitchen, 40mm Caesar stone countertops, quality stainless steel appliances, a working pantry, or looking family and years from you, which leads you to a separate price group. Step outside and entertain you year round. Large, different office area that overlooks the extensive backyard of the Jim Games rooms.
Well, our home, if you had the chance to inspect, it is decked out with absolutely all of those conceivable luxuries, and you're positioned only moments from all those lifestyle-enhancing ingredients. In terms of operate under here tonight, it is 5% out to 10%, 60 or 90 days as a settlement date. We submit it to you now, 70 Jim Devine Avenue in Taylor's Hill. Where we go, open your off to get us underway. You have to figure we'll simply add it up. A lot of inspections again throughout the course of the campaign. Happy to hold it out there, give it its time. Where do we go? What's it worth? happy to start at any reasonable thing. There are numbers here tonight with the intention to purchase. We hold it out there. We do not want to get in the way by placing a vendor bid to start proceedings, but in the absence of bidding, we certainly will go there. So again, we'll call it through. We see that opening bid or offer get us started. In the absence of bidding, we start by way of a vendor bid. We call it through. Opening bid or offer get us started. Tell you what, George, we'll probably suggest a starting bid somewhere in the vicinity of that $600,000 range. Should be an absolute wave of hands at that level. Again, only a suggestion at this stage. In the absence of bidding, we can certainly go there. $590. We've shortened by 10 and we welcome you to $590,000. Cheeky bit at the back of the room at $590,000 a call. I'll tell you what, we'll nudge it north. We'll probably have to keep the 20s from here at $590 the bid. At $590,000, it stands in your favour at $590 the bid. We nudge it north. Now's the chance at $590 the offer. At $590,000 for your slice of Taylor's Hill. Now's the chance. We call it through 3 times. At $590,000 for the one of 610. At $590,000 a call. 3 chances. 3 calls remain. At $590,000. Once down. At $590 the bid. Again, a number of us here tonight with the intention to purchase. The more you think about this level, it just truly makes sense. You would deck out with all those conceivable luxuries, style and quality for $590,000, and that sought after residential position at $590. At $590,000 twice now. At $590 the bid for the third and final chance. We're finishing inside at $590,000 a call. 600. Welcome in at 6 the bid. At $600,000, new interest surfaces and arrives at 6 the offer. At $600,000 a call now, we're back in front, stands in your favour. At $600,000, again, we hold it out there momentarily. Now's the chance. At $600 the offer. At $600,000, new interest just to the left-hand side. At $600,000, we take the next 20 rides from here. 620 as the answer. At $600,000 a bid. At $600,000 a call now in the gentleman's favour. 620 and a strong lunge. We're back in front at 620, sir. I'll offer the $10,000 increment, but nothing less than that at this stage at 620. At $620,000 a call now, 620 the bid. We seek the 10 the rise from here at 620 the offer. At $620,000, no delay. We move through 3 times. We offer the 30 in the absence of bidding at $620,000 a call at the back of the room at 620. At $620,000 the offer. Once now, we're not finished and silent. At $620,000 a call. Twice now, need to know where we're at from here. At 620 the bid. So I can see that thought process intensifying. We give it a time of $620,000. The next move takes us straight to 30. We have 2 calls through, 1 remain from here at 620 the offer. At $620,000 a call out, 620 the bid. Take us straight to 30 and do it with confidence at 620 the offer. At $620,000 a call. Again, we lowered the stride. We have 2 calls through with 1 remaining. We give it its time at 620.
5? Take 5?
What do you reckon, Ben? I reckon we should go to 30. 620 at the back of the room, go to 30 and do it with confidence. Where do we go? At 630, interest needs to be in excess of this level anyway, so at 620,000, we give it time, go straight to 630. Do it with clarity and confidence at 620 the bid. At 620,000, again, we have 2 calls through. Conversation does continue at 620,000. We'll give it its time at 620 the bid. Third final call beckons now, 620. At 620,000, 30, can we say? 30 it is, and straight back in front at 30. At 630,000, principally against you at the back of the room. At 630,000, gentlemen's bidders back in front at 630 the offer. At 630,000, George needs to know where we're at from here. At 630,000. 640 is straight back in front to 640. At 640,000, we're back in front now to 640 the offer. At 640,000, take the next rise from here. 50 is the answer. 6.5, go straight there, do it with clarity. At 640 at the back of the room. At 640,000, we need those instructions. You're out. Definitely got your best from here. At 640,000, stands at the back at 640 the bid. At 640,000, we call through 3 times. Need to know right from here to the back of the room. At 640,000, once now, we're not finishing silent. 640 the bid. We hold it out there momentarily. Bid stands in your favour at 640,000. Again, we give it its time as you've seen for proceedings. Should you require it, you get that same courtesy back at $640,000 the offer. At 640,000 is the next move from here, stands in your favour. At 640, second time, third, final chance at $640,000 a call. What I'm going to call through 3 last and final times till we seek instructions. So in the absence of bidding, we pause for instructions, but at 640,000, again, we call it through 3 times.
No, on this one here, they registered too late. Joe? I don't know. I can't see that.
640,000, so it still stands at the back of the room. We clarify from here at 640,000 in your favour at 640. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to call through 3 last and final times. We pause the auction in your favour at 640 the bid. At 640,000, we call it through once now, 640,000, twice, third, final chance at 640 the offer. We're going to take that silence as I'm going to pause the auction in your favour for conversation. Again, this is our last offering for the first round of auctions. We will give it a time. We're going to have a quick chat to our highest bidder, also our vendor. All bidders in the room. We'll be back with you shortly. If you wouldn't mind giving us about 2 or 3 minutes, we'll be back underway. Thank you.
What time are you going to Point Cook? Yeah. What about if I? Yeah. All right. I'll get you to transfer the money over to our trust account for 10% deposit, and then I'll take the time to catch up with you either first thing tomorrow morning. Yeah. So you're.
Okay, so we will move on. We'll get the straight bet auction back underway. So bids currently stands at 640,000 at the back of the room. However, in the interest of transparency here tonight, we have had an online registration. They did miss the cutoff. However, we have just approved them through the back end of the system. So we will introduce the online bidder at 640,000. Again, we nudge it north. We seek the 650 from here at 640 the offer. At 640,000, new interest services now. At 640,000, we wait with anticipation at 640 the bid. At $640,000 a call. Again, we call it through 3 times. Mean tonight, we're out from here at 640. At $640,000 a call now. Once down. At $640,000 a bid. Again, we wait with anticipation at $640,000 a call at 640. At $640,000 a call, we approve the bids as they come through. At $640,000, we seek the 50 in the rise. Haven't forgotten about our early start either at 640 the call. At $640,000 a bid, we wait now at 640 the call. We give it time. We call through 3 last and final times. Still stands in your favour at 640 the bid. At $640,000 a call now, 3 calls remain. We're up commission side $640,000 a call. Once down. 640,000.
Can you log out and log back into the app?
Again, guys, we give it time at 640 the offer. At $640,000 a call out, 640 the bid. At 640,000, we have 1 call through to remain from here. At $640,000 the offer. At 640,000, we wait with anticipation. Now's a chance. We need to be in excess of this hold. We hold out there momentarily.
Okay, so go into the bidder app. Oh, you cannot find the app.
Take the 5 that's there. 640,000. We'll lower the incremental rise, so 640,000. So I'm going to extend that gesture straight back to you as well. 640,000. We take the $5,000 bid, so we've lowered the incremental rise from here. It stands at the back of the room at 640 the offer. $640,000 the call out. 640 the bid. $640,000 the offer. Now again, we call it through 3 times. We reset the clock. We seek the $5,000 bid from here at 640 the offer. $640,000 again. We call it through 3 times. We're not finished inside. $640,000 the call.
They didn't download the app. They're doing that at the moment.
I'll tell you what, at this level we can't announce it right now, so we must seek instructions from our client anyway. So this is inevitable where we go from here. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to hit the pause button. 2 things are going to occur here. We are going to have a conversation. The George are also going to seek instructions from our client where they want to take it. So 640,000. Let's make it abundantly clear. The bid and auction stands in your favour still at 640. We seek instructions right now at 640. We'll be back with everyone in a few moments' time. Thank you. technology can be difficult. With a lot of recent events, there are reasons why we are introducing this into our systems and processes. So at 660,000, I want to increase you, confirm firstly, that you have increased a bit to 660, just raising that paddle one last time. As you know, at 660,000, we are on the market. We sell away in the absence of bidding at 660. It stands in your favour. We lower the bid to $1,000 rise. Certainly now's the chance to jump back in front. We make it abundantly clear. We have certainly given its time. We call through 3 times. We sell away in the absence of bidding at 660 the offer. At 660,000, we're front and centre. It stands in your favour. At 660,000, we call through 3 last and final times at 660 the offer. At 660,000, definitely got your best. Auto finish and silent at 660,000. Once now, we welcome you owners. We sell away at 660,000. Twice now, 660 the bid for the third and final chance. We're not finishing now at 660,000 a call. We are selling, sold at 660,000 the offer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our first round of auctions for proceedings. An absolute phenomenal result by the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes. Out of the 5 offerings, we have sold all 5 properties here tonight. Congratulations to our purchasers, also our successful bidders here tonight. If you'd like to make your way through the side doors, we will be bringing in our next round. Now, also, if you can hear me on the outside, to our next round, we're just going to basically freshen up, wipe down the chairs, spray the facility. We'll be back with you in a few moments' time. Thank you. And if you are here looking for lot number 2, we'll just have to re-enter, sorry.
White Taylors Lakes have done it again. Huge effort from all the guys.
Events at Ray White Taylors Lakes, we wanted to ensure that we're not only up to date but also ahead of the game. So this morning when Scott Morrison come about banning indoor events in excess of 100 people, this is why tonight's setup is in place. So the first thing we did, we started by staggering the auction. So operating lots 1 through to 5, we are now at currently lots 6 through to 10 in this currently seating, and then we'll go from 11 through to 14. You'll also see the space between the seats, just showing that we are contact conscious. And throughout the night, we may proceed through a negotiation where we fall just shy where it needs to be. We do have a negotiation room there just to the left-hand side, just making sure we create that social space. However, with that in mind, we just wanted to assure you that the property fundamentals are absolutely as strong as ever. So last week we've seen big crowds, property selling well in excess of reserve price, high amounts of active bidders, and literally just in our previous 5 properties, every single one of them also sold under the hammer. You add into the mix, we have a shortage of property available on the market, the low interest rates. Our suggestion to the team and from the team here tonight is to bid with confidence and take opportunity of what's in front of you. To our vendors, well, firstly, thank you for entrusting Ray White Taylors Lakes with the sale of your property, but to the buyers and monsters, best of luck. Your judgment is also commended. Tonight's auctions will be conducted in accordance with the rules and conditions made available prior to tonight's proceedings. As the auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders on request and have the right to bid on behalf of our vendor, aptly announced as vendor bids. These rules prohibit false bids, prohibit major disruptions from bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provide fines for such conduct. Then finally, as the paperwork hits my hand, we'll be taking no late bids. In essence, your auction rules. Simple terms, we operate blanket proceedings. It is the 5 out to 10% across all properties. We will announce the settlement date prior to the commencement of each and every auction. As stated earlier, the interim auctions, they do operate slightly different than the on-site. So if we fall just shy of where we need to be, we'll simply elect to hit the pause button and have a conversation with our highest bidder. Now, if the agent asks you to proceed through to the negotiation room, that's simply the conversations that will be occurring. So again, that's the auction rules. It's the particulars. They are all clear. They are all concise and truly is put in place to encourage all bidding. Without further ado, we're going to go straight down to lot number 6 in tonight's proceedings. It is 5 of 33 Lawson Street in Essendon. David and Peter, your selling agents. Let's take that final look through our video offering.
33 Lawson Street, Essendon. Anticipate luxury with lifestyle benefits of this unique brand new 2-bedroom townhouse, showcasing indoor-outdoor living at its best. The property progresses seamlessly with a state-of-the-art kitchen, sure to inspire entertaining. Generous accommodation seats double bedrooms finished with built-in robes. The ensuite maintains a freestanding bathtub and are accompanied powder rooms to convenience living zones. Ample storage options and a laundry function complete the offering. Strengthening appeal is a remote single garage, and within walking proximity to Montgomery Reserve, strengthening appeal is a remote garage, and within walking proximity to Montgomery Reserve, Moonee Ponds Creek Trail, public transport, plus Strathmore College, zoning, and all located just 8 kilometres from the CBD.
As you can see, that unique and brand new townhouse, a location here that is truly all about the convenience. The terms we operate under tonight is a 10% deposit, 30, 60 or 90 days stand as your settlement date. On behalf of David and Peter, we submit it to you now. Opening bid offer, get us underway. What's it worth? Wait with anticipation. Number of inspections throughout the course of the campaign. We've been waiting very patiently outside. Now's the chance to kick the ball into proceedings again. We suggest to you what's that price you'd love to pay. Where do we go? Opening bid offer, get us started. Guys, we also suggest we can start by way of a vendor bid here tonight, trying to give you every chance to dictate the flow of proceedings. A number of us here registered with the intention to purchase. We hold it out there momentarily. However, as stated, in the absence of bidding, we can start by way of a vendor bid. Try and give every chance to get involved. A number of us here tonight, we hold it out there. We suggest the starting range. Again, in the absence of bidding, we call it through. Open it off to get us underway. Rampaging with the highest and best. That rarely happens. People usually do start it off at more of a conservative level. Again, we call it through one last time. We see that opening bidder offer. So I'll tell you what, David, I'm probably happy to suggest a starting bid somewhere in the vicinity of that $700,000 range. Again, should be an absolute sea of hands at that level. Only a suggestion at this stage. We get the absence of bidding. We're going to take it there on behalf of our vendor. We hold it out there. We call it through. 700. We welcome bidding at $700,000 a call. At $700,000, we break the silence. It's front and center at the back of the room. At $700,000, I'll tell you what, we'll see if we can nudge it north. We'll take a $20,000 bid incremental rise from there in your favour at 70 offer. At $700,000 a call. Now we call through 3 times. No procrastination. At 720 at 720, we're back in front. At 720, we keep the 20s alive. 40s the retort from here, and the next sequential move at 720 the offer. At 720,000, principally against you now. Competition services, now's the chance. Back with our starter if you like. At 720 the bid. At $720,000 the offer now. We call through 3 times. No procrastination. 720,000. Once now, we're on finish sight in your favour. At 720,000 for the 1 of 40. Twice now for your slice of Essendon. At $720,000 a call. So it's suggesting we do 2 calls through, 1 certainly back from here. Go straight to 40, we'll get there in the end. That's the value at 720. At 720,000 go, that's 1 lunge for 40. You'll never get the value at 720 the bid. At 720,000, now's the chance at 720. It stands principally against you now at 720. Go to 40, you'll never regret it. 720 the offer. At 720,000, you'll be called through 3 times. Stands in your favour at 720 the call. Once now, what I'm finishing inside in your favour at $720,000 the offer. Twice now, we need to know, we go from here at $720,000 a call for the 3rd and final chance. Your persistence beats my resistance. Welcome in at 730. At 730,000, we're back in front now. 730 the bid. At 730,000, we're back in front. 740 is the next move from here. Don't let us limit to that though. At 730,000, front and center, it's back with our starter. At 730 the call. At 730,000. Can't take the 5 from this level. Go straight to 40 at 730. At 730,000, can't do the 5 at this stage. Go straight to 40. You'll never regret it. 730 stands at the back of the room. We have lowered that bid incremental rise to a $10,000 bid. Now's the chance. Jump back in front for the extra 10,000 for your slice of Essendon now. 740 on the move. On the knob takes us straight to 740. At 740,000, we're back in front now. At 740 to the right hand side at 740 the bid. We wait with anticipation. Now's the chance. Take the 10. Take us straight to 750. 740 the offer. At $740,000 a call now. Once now, we're on finish and silent at 740,000 for the 1 of 750. Twice now, we need to know where we're at from here at $740,000 the offer for the 3rd and final chance. We're on finish now in your favour at $740,000 a call. I'll tell you what, rather than bidding back and forth against you, still work we need to do. We need the pause button in your favour. So make it abundantly clear, you need to be in front at this stage. So 740,000 currently to the right hand side. We'll lower the incremental rise. Name the suggestion created at 740,000. We pause for instructions in the absence of bidding. Now's the chance at 740. We seek the 7.5, but we'll shorten the strike in the interest of momentum at 740 the bid. At 740,000, need to know where from here, Diane. At 740,000, we hold it out there momentarily in your favour. At 740 the call. At 745, you chip away the 5, short the stride again, but welcome back in. At 745 the bid, I must extend that gesture straight back to you as well. At 745,000, 750. At $745,000 a call, can't take the ones or anything less than that from here. At 745, 7.5 is the answer. At $745,000 a call. At 745, in our starter, our lamplighter's favourite, 745 the bid. At 745,000 with our starter, 750 and straight back in front is 750. At 750,000, need instructions at 750,000, back to the right at 750, still two in the race, now's the chance. If you come with the intention to purchase, you can join at 750 the call. At $750,000 off now, 750 the bid. We waited out there at 750,000, has got its time. At 750.55 is the next sequential move from here. At 750 the bid. At 750,000, again we call through 3 times in your favour. At 750,000. Once now in your favour at 750 the bid, twice now at 750 the call for the third and final chance. We're not finishing out $750,000 the offer. So I'll reset the clock one last time. We see instructions in the absence of bidding. So still stands in your favour at 750. In the absence of bidding, we pause for instructions. Need to know where we're at from here at 750,000. Now's the chance to jump back in front at 750. We definitely got your best. We're at from here at 750 the call. At 750,000. We call it through in your favour at 750,000. Once, twice, third, final chance at 750 the offer. So I'm going to take that silence as consent there and pause in your favour at 750,000. We're going to have a quick chat to our highest bidder, also our vendor. If you wouldn't mind holding with us for a few moments of time, we'll put some music on. Be back with you very shortly. Thank you.
Here at Ray Watt Taylor's Lakes, we have one simple goal, and that's making sure that any buyer or any seller dealing with our office has the best experience in the industry. You will not get these amount of eyes on your home anywhere else. With over 100 people bidding on properties, homes going under the hammer, and exposure that you're going to get in the marketplace is second to none. With the fast pace and adrenaline-fueled bidding in winter events, that bids are going to be coming hard and fast. You can see properties even getting bids in excess of what bidders are hoping to pay for them through this current market. Ray White Taylor's Lakes have effectively been an event. That's why our competition are even coming close to being able to run these events successfully, and we're the only ways doing it. So don't be afraid, be a game changer, be different, and achieve the body deserved by selling through Ray White Taylor's Lakes in our winter events.
patience. We are going to continue those conversations and negotiations just to the right-hand side again. Please don't take the property to be passed into the conclusion of these 5 properties, as we may reopen this property back up for auction. We're going to hold the bid there at its current stance, and we're going to move right along in our order of sale. So best of luck with the negotiations on that property. Moving along, lot number 7 on our order of sale. It takes us to 8 Green Close, Delahaye. George and Diane, your selling agents. Let's take that final look through our video offering.
Hello and welcome to number 8 Green Close here in Delahaye. My name is George.
I'm Diane, and together we proudly represent Ray White Taylor's Lakes.
Please join us on a tour of this outstanding family home.
Let's go have a look.
We look forward to seeing you at one of the next open for inspections. Signing off, my name is George.
I'm Diane, and together we represent Ray White Taylor's Lakes.
Well, as I'm sure you'll agree, it is low maintenance and immaculate presentation both inside and outside just there. There is truly nothing left to do here but secure, sit back, relax and enjoy. Terms you operate under here tonight is the 5% deposit to 10%, 75 days to 120 days as your settlement date. On behalf of George and Diana, we submit to you now, opening the off to get us underway. 500 will straight out nose over. 500,000 strong up to the keys right from the start. At $500,000 a bid, we nudge it north. 20 puts you back in front. Gentlemen's bid of 5 the offer. At 500,000 and 520 composition services just to the left hand side. At 520,000, 540 is the retort from here. And 540 it needs to be the 20s. Go there and do it with confidence. At 520 the bid. 540 is the next sequential move. In your favour. 540 on the nod. 560, a strong lunge for the keys at 560 the bid. At 560,000, we're back in front at 560 the offer. At 560,000, a strong lunge for the keys. It stands to the left hand side. At 560,000, we wait with anticipation. Now's your chance. In your favour at 560 the offer. At $560,000, all unfinished and silent. At 560,000, ready to get involved. We hold out there momentarily. Now's the chance at 560,000. Let's now up. 570 and the 10 on top takes you straight to 570. 580 is the next move from here. At 570 the offer. At $570,000 a call. We've got the incremental rise 580 and 587 rise there. 590 is straight back in front with the 10 to 590. At 590,000 we're back in front at 590 the bid and 6. 600, nice, neat, even 6 is new interest services now. At 60 offer. At $600,000 a call out the back of the room, one bid only, new interest services. At $600,000 a bid, we hold it out there. 610, can we say? At 60 offer. At $600,000 a call again, we call through 3 times. Well, finish inside 600,000. Once now. At $600,000 a bid. Again, suggesting the morning bid. And 610 and back in front at 610, you've heard. At 610,000, we make it abundantly clear. We're on the mark, we sell away. At 620 and 620 it is on the night. 620, we're on the mark, we sell away at 620,000. At $620,000 a call, as stated, we're on the market, we sell away in the absence of it at 620 the offer. At 620,000, we call through 3 times. We're finished inside, we welcome new owners. At 620,000, what's now? We're finished at 620 the bid. Again, we have one call through at the back of the room at 620,000. We called it out there momentarily. Haven't forgotten about our early starter at 620. At 620,000, we called through 3 times. Twice now at 620,000 for the third and final chance at 620. 625. Welcome at 625. Buzzer bidding bid, didn't see it coming, but you're back in front at 625. 630 and straight back in front, nose value at 630. At 630,000 stands at the back of the room still at 630. We've lowered the incremental rise, 5,000 puts you back in front at 630 the offer. At $630,000 a call now, we're unfinishing now. At 630,000, where you get involved in the back. And 635 is straight back with the 5, and 640 and set back with the next move is 640. At 640,000, nose guard at the back of the room. At 640,000, Sir stands principally against you. Second place, dangerous territory at this stage. At 640,000 the offer. At $640,000 a call. Once now, we're finished out 640. Twice now at 640,000 for the third and final chance at the back of the room. At $640,000 a call. We're going to reset the clock, break it down one last time. We seek the $1,000 bid to put you back in front, so it still stands in your favour at 640,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we lower the incremental rise. We take a $1,000 bid to put you back in front, but we make it abundantly clear. We reset the clock only one last and final time. In the absence of bidding, 3 calls through, the gun falls at 640. At $640,000 the offer out, so definitely got the best at 640. Appreciate the video. We meander around the crowd at 640 in your favour. At 640,000, certainly, we definitely got the best from here. Permission to sell away. 640,000 at the back of the room. We lower the price to a $1,000 bid at 640. We reset the clock. 3 last and final calls remain. We welcome you owners at 640,000. Once now we sell away at 640,000. Twice now we welcome you owners at 640. The bid for the third and final chance. We're up finish at $640,000 the offer. We are sold 640,000. Congratulations to a successful purchaser, our client. We will move on in the order of sale to lot number 8. Let's take that final, open for inspection.
Hi, I'm welcome to Firetrail Walk in Sydney. I am Diane Robinson.
And I'm Nick Douglas.
And together we proudly represent Ray White Cattle Place.
Come join us on a tour of this outstanding property. We have prime location, with so much to offer the growing company.
Let's go have a look.
Welcome. We're currently one of the main living areas in the property, with so much space to be utilised for so many more things for the growing family. Great natural light coming through, and abundance of space.
Other features to the property is the refrigerated cooling, ducted heating, the abundance of light that comes through this property is just absolutely amazing. It goes through the whole property also.
So many native plants, you can hear the birds chirping, and what an amazing place to be on such a lovely day.
So that concludes the tour of Firetrail Walk. I can't wait to see you at the next open home. I'm Diane Robinson.
I'm Peter Traveller.
And together, we're from Ray White Cattle Place.
Well, first things first, you were positioned in that highly sought after residential pocket of Sydenham. The exciting prospect as it stands on still harnesses that chance to inject your own personal style and touch right throughout the property. Terms you operate under here tonight, it is the 5% deposit out to 10%, 60 out to 90 days as your settlement date. On behalf of Diane and Peter, we submit it to you now. Opening bid offer, get us underway. What do we got? 510. We're welcome bidding at 510,000. You break the solid straight away, front and centre. We welcome you at 510. The bidder simply nudge Hilton at that level. We'll take a $20,000 rise from here in your favour with our starter at 510 the bid. At $510,000 the offer now. 30 is the next sequential move in our starter's favour at 510. At 510,000 we move through swiftly, no procrastination. At 510,000 for your slice of Sydenham now. Now's the chance. At 510 the bid. 3 chances remain. We're up finishing solid, front and centre. At 510,000 for the first claim now. We're up finishing out $510,000 the offer. 530, we welcome, I've got the 30 here first. So 530,000, the next move takes you straight to 550. At 530,000, front and centre now, 530 the bid. At 530,000, 550 is the next sequential move. Keep the 20s alive, now's the chance. At 530 the offer. At 530,000, nothing less than the 20s, 550 is the answer. At 530 the bid. At $530,000 a call. Again, we call it through 3 times in your favour. At $530,000 the offer. 550 and welcome at 550. At 550,000 new interest services at 550 the offer. At 550,000, I see a hand over there, at 550 the bid. At $550,000 a call now, gentleman's favour at 550, 570, did I see the wave? At 550,000 still stands in your favour. At 550 the offer. At 550,000 again we reset the clock. We called through 3 times. Stands in your favour at 550,000. Once now, what I finished tonight at 570. We're back with our starter at 570 the bid. At 570,000 now we're back in front at 570. 590 can we say? At 570 the bid. At $570,000 a call now. 570 the offer. At 570 and 597 with clarity and straight back in front at 590 the call. At 590,000 to the extreme left-hand side on my left. At 590 the offer in your favour. At 590,000 ready to get involved. The number of us in the race now's a chance. At 590,000 we call it through. Once now, right fish side in your favour. At 590,000 for the 1-6-10. Twice now at 590 the bid for the third and final chance. Right fish announced at $590,000 a call. 95, why not? Set a block here. 95 to bid. We welcome you back in at 595. At 595,000, we're back in front at 595. In your favour, we bring it down a level. The more you think about it, just makes sense at 595 the offer. At 595,000, gentlemen's bid with 600 and 600, we're back in front at 6 to bid. At $600,000 a call now, we're back in front in your favour. At 600,000, need those instructions, or we're out from here at $600,000 a call. At $600,000 off now, have forgotten about our starter. Now's the chance at 600,000 stands principally against you now at 6 to bid. At 600,000, I need those instructions from here. At 600,000, we hold it out there momentarily. At $600,000 a bid again, we call it through 3 last and final times in your favour at 6 the offer. At $600,000 a call now, what's now? At $600,000 a bid, in your favour at 6 the offer. At $600,000 a call. Again, we hold it out there momentarily. Peter, Ryan, we need some instructions from here at 600 the offer. At $600,000 a call now. Twice now. Need to know, we're out from here. It's in your favour. At $600,000 a call. Third, final chance. We're not finishing out. At $600,000 a bid. So it's still currently set to be, we're seeking instructions. What do you say? We shorten the incremental rise now's the chance. What you've heard on behalf of the team at Ray White Taylor's Lake stands in your favour at 600,000. In the absence of bidding, we sell away now at 600,000. Gentlemen's bid at 6 the offer. At 600,000. Again, we're seeking the $5,000 rise from here. Now's the chance to jump back in front at 6 the call. At 600,000. Once now, we're fish and sight. We sell away in the absence of bidding at $600,000 the offer. Twice now, we welcome you owners at 600,000 the call for the third and final chance. We're fishing out at $600,000 a bid. I'll tell you what, we break that incremental rise down one last time. We're going to seek a $500 bid to put you back in front. Must give it its time, make sure we've got the most. So 600,000 stands in your favour. We work for the clients, but we take a $500 bid. Have to go about our starter either. A $500 lunch for the keys, wherever we buy a property like it, for an extra $500, but at 600,000 again, we reset the clock, we call through 3 times. Definitely got your best. The $500 bid to put you back in front at 6 the call. At $600,000, certain men, definitely got your best. Permission to sell away at 600,000. We reset the clock one last and final time. Conversations are intensifying just to the left. We take the $500 bid to put you back in front. An earlier lunch for the keys. We definitely got your best. Permission to sell away at 600,000 a call. At $600,000 a call. We meander around the crown. Again, we set the clock one last time. At 600,000, we call it through 3 times. We sell away. We welcome you owners at 6 a call. At $600,000 a bid now. 3 chances remain. We're fish and salt. We sell away at 600,000 for the first time now. Twice now. We welcome you owners at $600,000 a bid for the third and final. So as that hand rose, I thought that could have been a bit. I genuinely thought that was there. So at 600,000, we're going to reset the clock one last time, sir. Appreciate the patience, but at 600,000, we reset the clock. At 600,000, 3 calls remain. Once now at 600,000, we welcome you owners. Twice now, we sell away. At 600,000, the call for the third and final chance. We're not finishing out. At $600,000 a bid, we are selling. Sold at 600,000. Congratulations. Again, congratulations to our successful purchasers on lot number 8 and also our clients. Commiserations though to our underbidders. We move along to lot number 9 on the order of sale. It takes us to 14 Joyce Grove, Taylors Hill, George and Peter, your selling agents. Let's take that final, open for inspection.
Architecturally designed and built to the highest quality and a planned international life, open plan living spaces, and not one other car garage, but two. My name is George, I represent Ray White. Please take a tour of number 14, Joyce Road, here in Taylor.
Yep. Thank you very much. Hold on.
Well, thank you for taking the tour of number 14, Joyce Road, in Taylor Hills. What a truly outstanding property it is. I look forward to seeing you at one of the next open inspections. Signing off, George and Ray White, Taylor Place.
Well, someone will certainly notice as you go through an absolute abundance of space here for the car enthusiasts, whether it's storing that vintage Monaro or the GT Falcon. You have 2 double car garages on offer. The added bonus, though, the architecturally designed home, it is built to the highest of standard and highest of quality. Terms to operate under here tonight, it is the 5% deposit out to 10%, 90 days as your settlement date. On behalf of George and Peter, we submit it to you now. Opening bid off figures underway. Where do we go? The number of us here tonight have been through the inspections, registered bid on this particular property. We hold it out there momentarily. We see that opening bidder off. We prefer to remain out of the bidding on behalf of the vendor, but for that to occur, bidding and participation is a must. So again, we hold it out there. Where do we go? Opening bidder off figures underway. 650, so it's a little bit light and low. I'll take a 7 as a start, but nothing less than that at this stage. So at 650, can't take the start there. Take it straight to 7 as the move. At 700,000, we'll start the bidding, and Peter, let them know in the absence of bidding, we'll have to go there on behalf of the vendor anyway. So we hold it out there. Again, we seek the opening bid or offer around the vicinity of that 680. 680, let them know 700. That's great buying at that level still. Where do we go? 700,000 as a start. Otherwise, we must start on behalf of the vendor. Where do we go? Opening bid offer gets underway. And guys, I will give us a time. Hold it out there just for a few more moments in time. A number of us here registered tonight. 700,000. Appreciate the bidding there. Peter, tell our phone we appreciate 700,000. We kick the ball into play now at 700,000. I'll tell you what, we nudge it north. We'll take the quarter incremental rise from here at 7 the bid. At $700,000 a quarter, at 7 the offer now, 725 takes us to the next sequential move from here at 700 the call. At $700,000 a bid, again, the absence of bidding, we move through swiftly. Now's the chance at 700,000. We call through 3 times for your slice of Taylor's Hill at 7 the offer. At $700,000 a call now, 3 calls remain. We're unfinished inside 700,000. Once now we seek the 25 in the rise. We're unfinished and silent. Twice now at $700,000 a call. Again, by suggesting we're 2 calls through, 1 remaining. A number of us registered cannot understand the procrastination at this level. In the absence of bidding, we move it there on behalf of our vendors. So at 700,000, we give you fair and reasonable warning. We seek the 25 in the rise for the 3rd and final chance. We're unfinished now at $700,000 the offer. So I'm going to move it to 725,000 on a vendor bid at 725. Reason being, we are as parties talking well in excess of this level. We certainly need to be north of that figure post auction also. So at $725,000 a bid, vendor bid at 725. Peter, the next move from here needs to be the 750. So 7 3/4 as the next move at 725 the offer. At 725,000, we still take the quarter in the rise. 750 is the next sequential move at 725 the bid. At $725,000 the offer now, 725. 35, but they go to 40. I'll make them halfway from there. So at 735,000, won't take. They go to 40, we'll accept the bid. At 735, we can't take. So at 725,000, still stands a vendor bid. At 725, on the nod, take us straight to 740. 740 it is. We're back in front at 740 the bid. At $740,000 a call, at 740 the offer. At 740,000 again, we've lowered that incremental rise. At $740,000 the offer now, Peter, we're going to kick it in the 20s so from here. So at 740,000, the next move takes us to 760. Again, a number of us here in the room as George meanders around the crowd. At $740,000 a call. At $740,000 the offer. We nudge it north, no procrastination. We seek the 60, auto finish and silent. At 740,000, once now, we're finishing out at 740,000 the offer, twice now at 740 the bid for the 3rd and final chance at $740,000 a call. Well, I don't like to do it again, but we must in the interest of momentum. So at 760,000 on vendor bid, we move it forward at 760. At 760,000, 780 can we say? At 760,000, Peter, if the bidder goes to 80, what will the remain out of the bidding? So it can't be fairer than that, but at 760,000, 80 is the next move from here. At 760 the offer. At $760,000 a call. Again, we hold it out there momentarily. Now's the chance. It's had its time at 760,000. We seek the 780 at 760 the bid. At 760,000. Again, we move through swiftly. We call it through 3 times. One fish in silence. At 760,000 for the first one. Well, welcome back in at 770. At 770,000, the persistence has been there. We welcome back in at $770,000 a call. At 770,000, we're still back in front. At 770,000, ready to get involved. At 770 the bid. At 770,000, I tell you what, I remain out of the bid. We pause for instructions. At 770,000, we make it very clear. Still working an interview from this level. At $770,000 the offer. At $770,000 a call. We call it through 3 times. We're on finish inside at 770. Once now at 770,000. Twice now, third. Final chance at $770,000 a call. Well, rather than me placing another bid, rather than placing another bid, we're going to pause there for instructions with our client and move on into proceeding. So again, we'll give it a few moments in time, continue those conversations. We just get 1 minute of thinking music, but we will move through quite quickly at 770,000. If you wouldn't mind holding for a few moments in time, back with you shortly. As conversations and negotiations continue just there, we are going to move on in the order of sale. But again, for the interested parties here tonight, we may reopen for bidding. We'll just let you know. We'll leave that property there and continue on in the order of sale. David, if I could shortly also get an update on 5 and 33 Lawson Street in Essendon, just after this allotment as we're into the last run for this particular round. So lot number 10 on the order of sale, 107 Ribblesdale Avenue in Wyndham Vale. David, your selling agent, let's take that final open for inspection.
Ribblesdale Avenue, Wyndham Vale. A well-maintained family home with the object to develop a Windsor. Set on 773 square metre lot, presents a beautiful home with 4 bedrooms, master ensuite, walk-in room, cinema room, 2 baths, double garage. Further to this, the home presents an open-plan living dining area with a beautiful kitchen containing 900mm stainless steel appliances and an abundance of storage space. At the rear of the property, you'll find a beautiful entertaining area, a large backyard, and opportunity to develop, subject to council approval. Close to Wyndham Christian College, Anna Lakes College, and all local amenities. Inspection is a must.
As you can see, there truly is a great family home, offering absolute abundance of options and potentials. A substantial 773 square metres of land underpinning your prospective purchase. Terms you operate under here tonight is a 10% deposit, 30, 60 or 90 days. Now again, in the interest of transparency, we do have an online bidder via Auctions Live, so we will be accepting the bid via online process here. So again, to our participants and interested parties in the room, we submit to you now on behalf of Dave and the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes. Opening bidder offer, get us underway. Where do we go? Now, proceedings do occur again. If we're waiting around for this last allotment, it does suggest there is some interest in some way, shape or form. We hold it out there momentarily. We seek that opening bidder offer. Again, also as stated earlier, in the absence of bidding, we can start by way of a vendor. We'll be trying to give you every chance to dictate the flow of proceedings. Where do we go? Opening bidder offer, get us started. A little bit low, so I'll take a start somewhere in the vicinity of 500. I can't be fair with that. So 500 on the knob, we welcome you in at $500,000 bid. Now we'll take a quarter rise from here. So 525 is the answer, but at 500,000 in your favour, at 5 the offer. At $500,000 a call. Now again, we hold it out there momentarily. Now's the chance. At $500,000 bid now, 525 is the next sequential move and answer. At $500,000 the offer. At $500,000 a call, we call it through 3 times. No procrastination whatsoever at this level. At $500,000 in your favour with our starter, our opening bidder at $500,000 for the first time. 525. And welcome in new interest services now. 525. At $525,000 a call out. 525. A little bit slow on that online bidding. Please be faster. At 525 the bid. At $525,000. Principally stands against you now. 550. 540. Welcome in at 540 the bid. I lower the $20,000 bid from here. 560 is the answer. At $540,000 the offer. At $540,000 we need the $20,000 rise from here. At 540 the offer. At $540,000 nothing less than 20s. We do it with absolute confidence in your favour with our starter at 540 the bid. At $540,000 we call it through 3 times. We're up condition side for the one at 560. First time now. At $540,000. Again, to our online registration, $540,000. We called through 3 last and final times. Nothing less than the $20,000 raise at this stage. At 540 front and centre with our starter. At $540,000 a call. Again, we call it through 3 times. We're on finishing side. $540,000. Once now. At 540 the bid. Again, guys, in the interest of transferring the absence of bidding, I will take it on behalf of the vendor. We need to be north of this figure. So currently stands at $540,000 a call. We seek the 560 at 540 the offer. At $540,000 twice now for the third and final chance at $540,000 the offer. So I'm going to move to 560 on behalf of the vendor. The vendor bid at 560,000. Recently, we have parties from in excess of this level. We need to be north of this figure. Still phenomenal real estate at this level. So at 560,000, again, we keep the 20s alive. 580 is the next move from here at 560. At $560,000 a call now. 580 is the next sequential move. At 560 the bid. At $560,000 the offer. We'll give it its time. You're thinking about it. Conversation intensifies. At 560,000, we seek the 80. All our fish inside. At 560 the call. At $560,000 the offer now. We call it through 3 times. Once now at $560,000. Twice now at 560 the bid. Conversation isn't content to it. We'll give it its time. We get to our interested and registered parties here tonight. At $560,000, we hold it out there momentarily. We seek the 580. We have 2 calls through. 1 certainly remains from here at 560 the bid. At $560,000 the offer now. 560 the call. At $560,000 to our online registration at $560,000. Again, we have 2 calls through. 1 remaining from here at 560 the bid. We seek the 80. $560,000 a call. At $560,000, we wait with anticipation for the third and final chance. We're on fish in silence. At $560,000 the offer. I'll take it 10. So I'll shorten the stride, but we must go to 70. So 560,000, we lower the half increment from there. So 560,000, I'll shorten the stride to 570. Go to 70, we'll pause the auction in your favour. So making it very clear and abundantly clear here. At 570,000, we pause the auction in their favour. In the absence of bidding, we pass the property. A number of buyers talking in excess of this level, and we need to be north of that figure. So we open up those blanket terms here tonight. We lower the incremental rise. If you go to 570,000, we pause the auction in your favour. In the absence of bidding, we move on in proceeding. So $560,000 a bid. We call it through 3 times. We're unfinished and signed. At its time, we call it through now. At 560,000, we ramp up proceedings to 570. At $560,000 a call. So then I'll make it clear. If you go to 570,000, I'll remain out of the bidding. So $560,000 a call, go to 570 and do it with strength. and 570. We stick to the words. For 570,000, again, we're seeking the 10 to the rise. In the absence of it, we pause the auction in your favour. At 570,000, the offer. At $570,000 a call in your favour. We call it through 3 times to our online registration and participants in the room. We may not reopen this auction. We may proceed straight through negotiation. So again, if you've come with the intention to purchase, now's the chance. At 570, the offer. At 570,000, the call. 3 chances remain. Work mission. So at 570,000, once now in your favour. 570 the bid. Twice now in. So we're offering here at 570,000. 575, and welcome back at 575 now. At 575,000, we're back in front at 575. Still work we need to do from this level, but we remain with that. We pause in your favour in the absence of bidding at 575,000. At 575,000, we call through 3 times in your favour. We pause for instructions at 575, the offer. Once, twice, third, final chance at 575, the offer. We take the side says consent. We're going to pause the auction in your favour at 575,000 for about 1 or 2 minutes of time before we move on in proceedings. We're going to get an update on a couple of the properties that are currently under negotiation and update with your proceedings shortly. So if you give us 1 or 2 minutes time, back with the sermon. Okay, again, thanks a lot for your patience. So at 575,000, again, just because we are in the interest of online bidding, you're going to reopen it, call it through swiftly 3 times only. Otherwise, we pass the property in and move on. So at 575,000, 3 last and final calls remain at 575 the bid. At $575,000 the offer now, as stated, 3 calls remain. We seek a nudge it north from here. First time now, 575,000. Twice now, we move on to proceedings at 575 the bid for the third and final chance. We're not finishing out at 575,000 a call. 11. We're going to take that silence as consent there and pass property in there at 575,000. So just to run a quick update and conclusion on the night, we'll move on in the order of proceedings to our next round, which takes us through from lot number to 11 to lot number 14 on the order of sale. I just want to give everyone a very quick update. So far tonight, 7 properties have sold under the hammer, and the great news of the 3 properties that remain, we are still under negotiation and edging every bit closer. So again, really good results tonight. We are going to move on. If you'd like to exit through the side door, if that would be okay, we're going to introduce the third and final round for our auctions tonight. We're going to refresh the room, so even if you are staying in for the last allotment, if you could kindly just exit for a few moments in time, come back. We're just going to refresh the room, spray around, like some chairs. Back with you shortly. Thank you.
huge effort from all the guys. Our vendors were fantastic, the buyers that were competitive tonight, everyone wanted to sort of jump in prior to Christmas and what a perfect opportunity to do it.
Family Mr. Property 26 men. That's what it says. Sure you're out. 6, you're not sure. Third time, are we all done? We're at 645,000. We started at 450,000 about 10 minutes ago. We're selling.
Properties that went under the hammer, 11 sold, and obviously that brings our success rate to 92%, which still keeps us at the 90 plus right through 2019. The team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes have done it again. Huge effort from all the guys. The buyers that were competitive tonight, everyone wanted to sort of jump in prior to Christmas and what a perfect opportunity to do it.
Family Mr. Property 26 men. That's what it says. Sure you're out. 6, you're not sure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes, we are certainly welcoming back to our monthly in-room auction event. Tonight we'll see 14 properties in total go through to auction. Now, just quite simply put, in light of recent events, Ray White Taylor's Lakes are wanting to ensure that we are not only up to date, but we are also certainly ahead of the game. So early this morning, when Scott Morrison came out banning indoor events in excess of 100 people, we set up in tonight's forum, as you can see. So first things first, we decided to stagger the order. So we took it through from lots 1 through to 5, separated it from there 6 through to 10, and 11 through to 14. The other things you'll notice tonight, we have separated and spaced the tears, just so we're safety conscious and contact conscious. And finally, throughout tonight, if we get bidding and it falls just shy where we need to be, and we head into a negotiation, just to the left-hand side of me is the negotiation room. So if you're asked to go out there, just simply have a conversation in privacy and also allow for that excellent social distance. However, with that in mind, I just want to assure everyone here tonight that the property fundamentals are as strong as they ever have been. So last week, we've seen big crowds, we've seen high clearance rates, property selling well in excess of reserve price, and a high active amount of bidders. Simply tonight alone already, 7 properties have sold under the hammer, and of the remaining 3, we actually have live bidding, and they're proceeding closer and closer to coming to conclusion of a sale. So I wanted to suggest, on behalf of the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes, bid with confidence and take the opportunity that sits in front of you. Without further ado, we're going to get started and underway with lot number 11 on the order of sale. It takes us to 1 and 3, the Esplanade in Sydenham. George and Diane, your selling agents. Let's take that final look through our video offering.
One and 3, the Esplanade, Sydenham. Located in one of the fastest growing suburbs in Melbourne's northwest, and in close proximity to freeways, water gardens, train station and shopping centre, is this massive parcel of land, which is stretched across 2 titles, totaling a massive 3,304 square metres approximate. This multi-dwelling site, subject to council approval, will provide any developer with considerable returns as well as the opportunity to grow their portfolio. An existing 5-bedroom home is positioned on one of the allotments and is currently leased for approximately $1,733 per calendar month.
Well, with this one in particular, just want to give everyone a quick update in the interest of transparency. George has received an offer on this particular property throughout the course of the campaign, and it's currently under negotiation at this stage. So, given most of our interest sits outside of the auction rules, rather than influencing the market in any way, shape or form, we're going to leave proceedings on this one particularly tonight. And George, just want to say also best of luck with your negotiations on that property. Moving along to lot number 12 on our order of sale. It takes us to 12 Hackworth Way in Taylors Hill. George and Peter, your selling agents. Again, let's take that final look through our video offering.
Hill. Indulge in a lifestyle of sheer pleasure with this exceptional double-story residence, which will suit a growing family who love to entertain, style, and live in luxury. You sense the warmth of the home as you step inside and enter the formal lounge, which features a beautiful wood fireplace. The home then moves into an open-plan chef's kitchen with quality stainless steel appliances and granite benchtops, overlooking a dining area, spacious family room. Downstairs, you can also find a home study or additional fifth bedroom, which leads you to a light-filled bathroom. The second level boasts a large kid's retreat, central bathroom, 4 double-sized bedrooms, 3 which are complemented with walk-in robes, and the master including a spa ensuite with tile-to-ceiling finishes and Caesarstone benchtops. Outside, you'll appreciate a large undercover pergola area which will cater for all year-round parties, and an excellent backyard for the kids.
Well, as you can see, endless features right across those 2 levels. You're decked out with all of those luxuries, also in a sought-after residential pocket there of Taylor's Hill. In terms of operating under here tonight for this particular property, it is 5% deposit out to 10%, 30 through to 90 days as your settlement date. Now with this one, also in the interest of transparency, we do have an online registration and bid up through Auctions Live. So we also open up that through our auction portal also now. So as we said, we called out for an opening bid offer to get us underway. Where do we go?
590.
590. We're welcome bidding at 590,000. I'll tell you what, we'll probably have to nudge north in 20s and quite quickly from there as well. At $590,000 the offer now. 610 is the next sequential move. At 590,000 to the right hand side. At 590 the bid. At 590,000 again we ran through proceedings. We moved through swiftly. At 590,000 we seek the 20 to rise. No procrastination. At 590 the offer. At $590,000 a call now. Once now. We're not finishing inside at 590,000. Twice now guys. We moved through swiftly. And 610, we walk in at 610, then 630, it's straight back. At 630,000, 650 on the nod, nothing less than the 20s at this stage. At 630,000 with our starter, at 630 the bid. At 630,000, again, we hold it out there momentarily, now's the chance. At 630,000, we get involved, 650 is the next move. At 630 the offer. At 630,000, 650 it is. At 650,000, 70. At 670,000 a call now. We're back in front at 670 the bid. At 670,000 a call now, 690 is the next sequential move. Go there, do it with absolute confidence. At 670,000 the call. At 670,000 we move through swiftly with our starter. Our lamp rider at 670,000. Once now. 670,000. Again, we bring the tone down a little. The more you think about it, so then it just makes sense.
Would you take 10?
Can't take 10 at this stage. Go straight to 90 and do it with absolute confidence. We're at 670,000. We will get there in the end. So at 690 is the next move from here. At 670. Yep. At 690,000 and 710 on the retort. Keep the 20s alive. Can't take the 5 at this stage. At 690,000, you shorten the rise. At 7, we're back in front now. At 7 the bid. At 700,000, also call now. At 7 the offer. At 700,000, we've opened up the $10,000 bid to put you back in front. At 700,000, 710 is the next move. At 7 the offer. At $700,000 a call now. We hold it out there. Now's the chance. At $700,000 bid now. 3 chances remain. We're not finishing inside at $700,000 the offer. Once now, need to know. We're out from here. It's in your favour. And 710. Welcome in. New interest services front and centre. Can't take the 5, go straight to 20 and do it with clarity. At 720 it is, and we're back in front. At 720,000, we're back in front now at 720. At 720,000, Goodwood's whole way knows the value. It's with our start at 720,000, 30 can we say? We hold it out there momentarily at 720 the bid. At $720,000 the offer now, starter's favour. We call it through 3 times at 720. At 720,000, once now, on our finish inside, in our starter's favour. At $720,000 a call. Twice now, guys, need to know we're out from here. At $720,000 the offer for the third and final chance. We're not finishing out at 720 the bid. What we're making a bundle of 720,000, still work we need to do, but rather than bidding back and forth against you, whether or not hit the pause button in your favour at 720,000. So we must be in front at this stage. We may not reopen. So if you come with the chance, now's the chance at 720 the bid. At 720,000, again, we call through 3 times. We hold it out there momentarily. Now's the chance, currently in second place. Dangerous territory as it stands at 720. At $720,000 the offer now, need to know, please with clarity. At 720,000 to our online registration, we hold it out there momentarily. Stands in your favour at 720,000. We nudge it north to the 30 from here at 720 the bid. At 720,000, once now, twice, third, final chance, auto finish and silence at $720,000 a call. See the thought process intensifying, but we'll give it its time and do it its whole way. So it's 720,000. Again, George told me about the location of the value and offer. We hold it out there momentarily. 730 is the next move. And again, we should be doing that with absolute confidence at these levels. At $720,000 a bid. At 720,000, again, we hold it out there momentarily. Still stands in your favour. Conversation is intensifying front and centre. Should you require, we will also give that time. We must do it for the client, but at $720,000 a call. At 720,000, again, we move through swiftly now. Need to know we're out from here at $720,000 a bid. At 720,000, we call through 3 times. Need to know we're out from here once now. At 720,000 a call. So then, what do you say? One last lunge for the keys. Where do we go from here? Still stands to the right-hand side at 720. At $720,000, thought process does continue. We'll give you a few moments. At $720,000 a bid. At $720,000, again, think about those 2 levels. You're decked out with all of those conceivable luxuries. The lifestyle and offer at 720 only. At $720,000, George, we're around. Need to know. 725 is that? 725. You've shortened the stride, but we waited for the bid, we received it, we welcome you back in at 725. At $725,000 a call. At $725,000, so it's principally against our start, you've been with us the whole way. At 725 in your favour, need those instructions. At 725, principally against you now, front and centre, and the 5 on top. To 730, at 730, at 735 on the nod. At 730,000, principally against you now, 730 the bid. Haven't forgotten about our early bid. Jet Black in front. At 730,000, again, we hold it out there momentarily. It stands in your favour. To the right-hand side, at 730 the bid. At 730,000, one last lunch for the keys. We've shortened the incremental rise. $5,000 a bid to put you back in front for your slice of Taylor's Hill. At 730,000 a call. At 730,000, once now, auto finish and size stands in your favour. At $730,000 the offer. Twice now, price. Need to know we're out from here. At $730,000 a call. Now seek instructions as we proceed. So 730,000, an extra $5,000 bid could put you back in front. Now's the chance, stands in your favour. We need 2 calls through with 1 remaining. At $730,000 the offer now at 730. At 730,000 still stands to the right hand side at 730,000 for the third and final chance. Auto finish and silence at $730,000 a call. So it still stands to be very patient, but as you can see, conversations are continuing. I will stress, if you require that time, we will give it back. I understand. We are seeking instructions also. So 730,000 still stands in your favour at 730. I'm going to reset the clock one last time. At 730,000, the absence of bidding, we pause as we seek those instructions. At 730 in your favour, be very patient, appreciate it. At 730,000, a call. At 730,000, again, we call through 3 last and final times for your slice of Taylor's Hill. At 730,000, the offer. At 730,000, once now, auto finish inside in your favour. At 730,000, a call twice now for the third and final chance at 730 the bid. So at 730,000, we're going to hit the pause button briefly as we seek instructions and have that conversation. So 730,000, again, appreciate the patience there. 730, put some music on, we're just going to seek instructions. Be back with you very shortly. ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for your patience. Sorry to take a little bit longer than expected. So, in the absence of it, we're going to pass the property in for the exclusive right to negotiate. George is going to come and have those conversations very shortly. So again, if you come with the intention to purchase, we break it down to a $5,000 bid. In the absence of bidding, we will be passing the property into the right-hand side. More often than not, that person goes on to be the successful purchaser. We may not get a chance again. So at $730,000, we call it through 3 times. We seek the $5,000 bid from here to earn an exclusive right to negotiate at $730 the bid. At $730,000, we move through swiftly. 3 calls remain. Once now, $730,000. Twice now for the third and final chance at $730 the call. We're going to take that silence as consent, pass the property in your favour at $730,000. So again, best of luck with those negotiations. We will move on in our order of sale. Moving along to lot number 13 on the order. It takes us to 5 Murray Place in Taylors Hill. George and Peter, your selling agents, let's take that final look through our video offering.
Murray Place, Taylors Hill. Nestled in a quiet cul-de-sac location and in one of Taylors Hill's most renowned pockets, this oversized and easement-free vacant land totals a massive 874 square meters approximately. A red blank canvas which offers any home builder maximum potential and a wide range of versatility to keep design and build their dream home amongst established properties of high caliber and, in short, proximity to Taylors Hill Shopping Centre, Caroline Spring Shopping Centre, quality primary and secondary schools, parkland and public transport. Don't miss out on this opportunity of a lifetime. Inquire today.
Well, absolute superb opportunity on offer just there. 874 square metres of land approximately. Now the terms we operate under here tonight, it is the 5 out to 10%. 30, 60 or 90 days as your settlement date. So on behalf of George and Peter, to our interested parties, we submit it to you now. Hoping you're off to get us underway. Where do we go? I've seen a mixture of strategies here tonight. As stated, you can come in with your highest and best. You can start off at more of that conservative figure. Again, it's not where we start, it's where we end up. We hold it out there momentarily. We give you every chance to dictate the flow of proceedings. Again, we call it through as we seek that. Hoping you're off to get us underway. Well, George and Peter, I'm probably happy to suggest a starting bid somewhere in the vicinity of that $520,000 range. Again, should be an absolute wave of hands at that level, but only a suggestion. We move through swiftly. Well, the absence of bidding on a place of vendor will bid at $520,000. We move on in proceedings. So we'll nudge it north. We'll take the $20,000 bid increments from here. Go to $520,000. The next move takes us straight to $40,000. We do it with confidence, no procrastination. Parties outside the auction rules. Well in excess of that at $520,000 the bid. At $520,000 the offer now. We move through swiftly. Once now, auto finish and silence. At $520,000 the call. Twice now at $520,000 the bid. For the third and final chance, auto finishing out at $520,000 the offer. Well, in the interest of momentum, we're going to move into a $540,000 vendor bid. So $540,000, we're going to keep the sequential $20,000 bid to put you back in front. $560 is where it takes us to next. Again, if you've come with the intention to purchase, we move through at a quick rate interest outside the auction rules. So again, we hold it out there momentarily. We have our registrations in place, but we hold it there at $540,000 the bid. At $540,000, we move through swiftly. Please make your intentions known. At $540,000, once now at $540,000 the offer. Twice now at $540,000. For the third and final chance at $540,000 the call. Well, I don't do it 3 times in a row, but in the absence of participation, we must do that. I'm going to place one last and final bid at $560,000. We call it through 3 times. We move on in proceedings. So $560,000, we seek the rise in here. 3 calls remain. Once now, $560,000. Twice. Third, final chance at $560 the call. Well, Peter, George, quite comfortably, we're going to leave it there at $560,000. Again, reason being, outside the auction rules, we can't as parties excess of that level. So we're going to move along to our last offering for tonight. It is lot number 14, 52 Hannah Avenue in Hillside. Sean and Peter, your selling agents. Let's take that final look through.
Hi, my name is Sean from Ray White Taylor's Lake. Welcome to 52 Hannah Avenue Hillside. Let's take a look inside. Here we are at 52 Hannah Avenue Hillside, situated on a 625 metre square block, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car garage, and a great location. Thank you for taking this tour with me on 52 Hannah Avenue Hillside. I'm Sean Sleeman from Grade White in Taylor's Lake, and I'm looking forward to meeting you at our next open for inspection. For further details on our open time, please check out our website, gradewhitetaylorslake.com.au. Thank you.
As you can see, a superb opportunity there on offer. Great presentation on the inside, but it still harnesses that chance to inject your own personal style and touch both inside and outside. A great opportunity presents itself here tonight. Terms we operate under, it's 5% deposit out to 10%, 30 or 60 days as your settlement date. For our last offering on behalf of Sean and Peter, we submit to you now. Hoping bit off to get us underway. 480. Welcome bidding of 480,000. Hope you get us there. 480,000. You wouldn't all night. At $480,000 a call, we nudge it north at 480 the bid. At 480,000 again, we nudge it north. We take the 20 incremental rise from here. At $480,000 a call now. 500 is the next sequential move. At 480 the bid. At $480,000 a call again, we call it through 3 times. We move through swiftly at 480 the offer. At $480,000 a call. No procrastination now for your slice of hillside. At 480,000, gentlemen's favourite at 480. We call it through 3 times. The absence of bid, we move through swiftly at 480 the bid. Once now, one efficient silent stands front and centre at 480,000 for the one, that $20,000 bid. Twice now, guys, need to know we're at from here at 480,000 front and centre for the third and final chance. One efficient out at $480,000 a call. On behalf of the vendor, I'm going to move at 500,000, still phenomenal buying at that. So 500,000 a vendor bid, we nudge it north, we take the $20,000 incremental rise from here. It stands a vendor bid at 500, we nudge it north at 5 the bid. At 500,000, a number of us here tonight with the intention of purchase. If you are hanging around for the last offering, it does suggest there is interest there also. So at 500,000, we give it its time, but we hold it out there.
Would you take 10?
Would you go 20 is the question. At 500,000, go to 20, you'll never regret the value. At 500 the bid. At $500,000 a call, we'll get there in the end. Go straight to 10, you'll never regret the value. At 500, 20 is the next sequential move. At 5 the bid. At 500,000 is 20 there. At 5 the offer. At 500,000, go to 20, do it with absolute strength and clarity. We hold it out there. It's 20 there. We call it through 3 times at 5 the offer. At $500,000 a call now. Once now, we're efficient side. 500,000 is 20 there. Nito, we're out from there. Twice now, 500 for the third and final chance. We're efficient side. $500,000 a call. The absence of bidding, sir, we'll take the 10. So at 510,000, we put you in front of 510. The absence of bidding, we take the 10 on board at 510. We open up those terms now. So at 510,000, we've sought the rise. We'll take a $10,000 bid to put you back in front at 510 the offer. At 510,000, it stands front and centre. At $510,000 move now. 20 can we hear? It's the next sequential move. At 510 the call. At 510,000, again, we move through swiftly. No procrastination. Need to be north of this figure. Plenty of parties outside the auction rules talking in excess of this. So at 510,000, we move through swiftly. At 510, 3 calls remain. At 510,000, once now, or efficient silence. At 510,000, we move through swiftly. Twice now. At 510, the offer for the third and final chance. Or efficient out. At $510,000 a bid. Well, I'm going to move to 20 and again doing it with absolute confidence. So 520,000 a vendor bid. The next move takes us straight to 30. And I'll make it very clear, if you go 530, I'll remain out of the bidding from here. So at 520,000, we make it clear to all interested parties here tonight, do we go outside the auction rules? If you're here with the capacity and have the intention to bid at 520,000, 25, we go to 30. We've said this earlier, short incremental rise on the previous one. At 520,000 is 30 there. We hold it out there, go straight to 30. So I'll make it from here. If you go to 30, I'll remain out of the bidding on behalf of the vendor. So I can't be fairer than that. We'll pause in your structure if you take the move to 30. So at 520,000, the next move takes it here, and we welcome you back at 530. I remain true to the word there. So at 530,000, at 530 the bid. At 530,000, we need those instructions. In the absence of bidding, we pause the auction. It stands front and centre. At 530,000, 530,000 the call. At 530,000, we move through swiftly. What I finish inside 530,000. Once now in your favour. At 530,000 the call. Twice now 530 third. Final chance at 530,000 the bid. So we're going to hold the auction literally for about 1 minute in your favour as we see construction, so at 530,000, and we'll reopen in a few moments' time. If you wouldn't hold for mine highly for just a few moments in time, back with you very shortly. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are to seeking construction and continuing those conversations. So again, we may reopen this auction. So if you come with the interest of purchasing tonight, if you wouldn't mind holding for a few moments in time, so then we're having those conversations and are proceeding right now. We'll update everyone very shortly. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for your patience. Again, taking a little bit longer than expected. But just want to confirm, so then throughout the course of your conversation negotiation, two things. One, we have increased your bid to $545,000, and that's based on a 75-day settlement. So just want to raise off the hand at a $545,000. Raise the hand, there it is. $545,000 you off now. We nudge it north. We'll take the $1,000 bid to put you back in front. In the absence of bidding, we sell at $545,000 the offer. At $545,000, we call through 3 times. We welcome your owners at $545,000 to bid. 3 calls remain. All our fish and silence at $545,000 for the first time now. We welcome your owners. We sell away twice now at $545,000 for the third and final chance. All our fish announced at $545,000. We are selling. Sold. Congratulations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude Great White Taylor's Lake in-room auction event. An exceptional night, a number of properties selling under the hammer, and also a number of properties currently under negotiation that will also proceed. If you love those same sold results, please speak to the team, and we'll see you along at our next in-room auctions. Thank you.
Yes, let's do it. Matt. We've got our Easter competition.
Sorry, can I ask one
While we
question?
go live, yes.
5 of 33, is that fasting or?
Fasting.
Thank you very much.
Right behind a fasting.
Really? Leave something on the backdrop if you're going to go live.
No, I can put a Ray White symbol if you like.
Yeah.
Or do you want,
I think we just sum it up. And so how many did we sell?
in total, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total.
So 7 out of 13.
Two negotiations.
200
No, 7 and 14. 2 negotiations.
And 3, I've got 1, 2 under negotiation still. Yeah.
Maybe we didn't give him the sale prices on a couple of them.
This is the data around. I'll show you that. That's the data. Eight have sold. Sorry, yeah, your last one has to go.
82 still proceeding.
Yeah, maybe a message should be is that thank you everyone for attending. Obviously these are challenging times, but under the circumstances we still sold 8 properties, still negotiating 2 out of the total of 4. So great result. Yeah, all right. Yeah, go with that. You run with it, and then
I'm going to say, and I'll say a thank you to the hotel, thank you to yourself, and then
Yeah, thank you.
obviously I'd like to get to pick the winner.
Yep.